Hello everyone, today I'm going to be doing a birthday and anniversary book haul. Both of these happened in June, so this is slightly delayed, but I have a huge stack of books to show you. I went a bit overboard, and now I have lots to read and I'm barely reading, so yeah, that happened. So as I've got so much to show you, let's just get started and not waste any time because I don't want this video to be too long. So the first book I have here is One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McManus, and I've heard nothing but amazing things about this book. And how nice is this book with the pink edges? I love it. I'm not actually a pink person at all, but I really like this book. I think it's lovely. And this is about a group of kids that end up in detention, and basically 5 go in and 4 come out because one of them gets murdered or something. And because of this, obviously all the people in detention end up being suspects. Apart from that, I don't really know much else, but I'm really excited to read this, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to read this one quite soon. The second book I have is When Dimple Met Rishi, and this is by Sandhya Menon. I might have pronounced that wrong, I'm not sure. But again, I've heard nothing but amazing things about this book, so I'm really excited to read this. This is about, obviously, Dimple and Rishi, and they meet at a coding camp, I think it is. Both Rishi and Dimple are in arranged marriage situations, so their families are arranging the marriages, and Dimple is really not interested, doesn't want to know at all, and just wants to escape her family, whereas Rishi is much more up for this. So obviously, because them two meet and Rishi's family end up really liking Dimple, I'm guessing that kind of situation goes down, and I don't know anything else, but it sounds great and I can't wait to read it. The next book I have is The Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender by Leslie Walton, and I really don't know much about this book, but it always gets talked about. People always mention it, and I still don't really know what it's about, so I'm just going to read the synopsis as it really doesn't give much away. To my great misfortune, I was once mistaken for an angel. Pain in love is the Rue family birthright. For Ava Lavender, a girl born with the wings of a bird, it is key to her fate. Ava traces the lives and loves of the Rue women as she tries to understand what has made her who she is and what she will become. On the night of the summer solstice, the skies open up, rain and feathers fill the air, and Ava's fate is revealed. It sounds really mysterious, and I like mysterious books, so I'm going to give it a read at some point, and also it's a floppy paperback and it makes me really happy, so I needed it. And the next book I have here is Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins, the first book in the companion series, and somehow I have still not read this series. Yay, go at it. What a surprise. But again, I've heard nothing but great things about the series. It's very cute contemporary. I don't really know that much more, other than Anna is sent to boarding school in France, and I don't think she speaks French at all, but she ends up meeting this boy. I'm pretty sure that's all I know, if that's even right. But yeah, I should read that one fairly soon, I think, as it is nice to read in the summer, and we don't get much summer, so I need to hurry up and read this. And next I have Always and Forever, Lara Jean, and this is the third book in the To All the Boys I Loved Before series. It was meant to be a duology, and then she brought out a third book. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but at the same time, I really love this series, so I'm kind of glad she brought out another book. But I was happy, sort of, with the ending of the other book, but I do want to see how it develops more and be reunited with these characters again because I just love them. This is basically just a very sweet contemporary, and if you don't know what To All the Boys I Loved Before is about, it's about Lara Jean who writes letters to all the boys she's ever loved, but these are only for her to see. She doesn't send them out to them, they don't receive them, they don't read them, but one day they do actually get sent out mysteriously and she has to deal with the consequences. I really love this series, like I said, so I can't wait to read this one. It's a really quick read, the whole series is, so maybe I'll read this one soon, hopefully, I don't know. And the next book is A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J Maas. I am planning on reading the whole series during July. Kinda spoilt my July TBR now, but it's not all my TBR, so come and watch that when that's up as well. But I haven't actually read A Court of Mist and Fury yet. Yeah. And it feels so long ago since I read A Court of Thorns and Roses, so I'm going to reread that as well before I read A Court of Mist and Fury, and hopefully I'll then get around to A Court of Wings and Ruin. But who knows? If somehow you don't know what A Court of Thorns and Roses is about, I'll give you a very brief description. So it's about Feyre, who is a huntress, and she ends up hunting down a wolf, and she does not realise that this wolf is actually from the Feylands, and she's just cost herself her freedom. That's all I really want to say. I don't want to spoil anything. But I really enjoyed the first book, so I'm going to reread it and refresh my memory a bit, then move on to the rest of the series, hopefully over the next month or so. The next 2 books I got are actually the same, but they're different editions, and I needed them, and I've already got this book anyway, so I now have 3 editions of the same book, but I don't care because I needed it. And that is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, the Ravenclaw edition, well, one of the Ravenclaw editions, with the stripy sides, and I love it. How stunning is this book? I'm a Ravenclaw, for those of you that don't know, and so I needed the Ravenclaw ones. I generally do want to collect all of the houses just because they look so pretty, but yeah, I've got no space is probably what I'm trying to say, but I really need them, so I might get them at some point, but obviously I'm going to start with my own house Ravenclaw. So this is the first one I got, and I love it. And the second edition I got is also a Ravenclaw one, and that is this edition, and it's just got the blue edges, it's blue all the way around. It is just lovely, I love it so much. And yeah, I don't know if I'll actually ever read these editions, or whether I'm just going to use them as decoration, because decoration, Harry Potter, needed. But yeah, I got it anyway, because why not? Harry Potter. We're getting there, we're nearly done. Not quite, but we're nearly done. And the next book is Geekerella by... who is this by? Ashley Poston. And this is basically a Cinderella retelling, and it's about a sort of Comic-Con version. They go to this sort of Comic-Con kind of convention, and I think there's romance during this at some point. Again, heard nothing but amazing things about this, so I'm really excited to read it. And the only thing that annoys me about this book slightly is it's quite a tall book, so it's going to look really odd on my shelf. Like, here's a normal size paperback, and here's Geekerella. So, it's kind of annoying. But it's a pretty cover. I quite like the style of it and everything. So, yeah, I'm excited to read this. I don't really know much else other than Cinderella retelling and something to do with Comic-Con. But that sold me, so I'm excited. Then the next book is a book that gets talked about so much, and no, I've still not read it, so I bought it, and I'm going to have to read it because I've bought it now and I can't not read books I buy, apart from my Harry Potter editions, potentially. But that is Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertelli, and this is just talked about all the time. And I really just want to read it, and it's a very diverse book. I'm pretty sure Becky Albertelli's writing is generally quite diverse. And all I really know is this is about Simon, who is trying to figure out his sexuality and who he is, and about his story of sort of coming out. And yeah, that's really all I know, but it sounds really, really good. I'm very excited to read it, and I love this cover again. It's such a cool cover, so I needed it. And again, floppy paperback. Now, people in America, I'm pretty sure most of your paperbacks are floppy paperbacks. Correct me if I'm wrong, but like, for people in the UK, this is an exciting moment. Yeah, I'm so sad. And next we have The Upside of Unrequited, also by Becky Albertelli, and this is, again, a very diverse read, a one that's been talked about a lot here on BookTube and just generally in the book community, and I need to read it, because I need to, because I'm so behind on my reading at the minute and I need to sort myself out. And all I know is this is about a girl called Molly who is always very, very careful when it comes to love, because her look on love is that if she is very careful, then it's less likely she is going to get hurt. And she thinks if she doesn't get hurt, then it's all fine. Probably not going to happen though, considering it's a book and that's not how they work usually. But yeah, I'm just going to see what I think of it, and I've heard nothing but amazing things about this one as well. And it's diverse, I'm pretty sure, as well again, so diversity in books, you can't beat it. And finally, the last actual book you read I've got is Into the Water by Paula Hawkins. Yeah. And this is obviously a different kind of book to the rest of the ones I've got here. They've all been quite light-hearted and fluffy, but this one isn't. Now, Paula Hawkins is the author who wrote The Girl on the Train, and I really enjoyed that. I then watched the film though, and I didn't like the film as much, but I think it's because I read the book first and I knew what was going to happen, and that sort of intense feeling wasn't really there anymore for me. But I still wanted to pick this book up anyway because I did enjoy the book of The Girl on the Train. And this is about two sisters called Nell and Jules, and Nell ends up dead. And Nell's death is a suicide, but Jules isn't convinced that this is what happened, and I'm guessing it's just about her discovery of what happened. And yeah, other than that, I don't really know, but I did want to pick it up just because it is another Paula Hawkins book, and I like The Girl on the Train, so I might as well pick it up and see how it is. So that's it for all of my actual reading books. But I also got a notebook off my sister for my birthday, and you can't beat a notebook. I have so many empty notebooks that I just don't know what to use for, and I should probably start using them, but they're pretty and I like them and I want to keep them nice. But anyway, tangent over, the notebook is this one here, and it has a Robin Williams quote on it, and it says, "No matter what people tell you, words and ideas can change the world." And like I said, yeah, it's a Robin Williams quote, and I just think it's lovely. It's a really nice notebook, this. I really, really like it, and it's got, oh, I forgot about that. It's got, I don't know if you can see that on the camera, it's got silver shiny edges, if you can see that. And then inside, it's just plain notepaper, and you've got your little bookmark sort of ribbon as well, which is lovely. So yeah, I just thought I'd include this in here to show you that as well. And that is it for my book haul. Finally, that feels like it took forever. Hopefully this video won't be too long, but I don't know, we'll see how my editing goes. That's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you've received any books or bought yourself any books over the last month, then let me know what books you've been getting, because I'd love to know. And let me know any opinions on any of the books I've mentioned in today's video as well, as I'd love to know. No spoilers though, don't want any spoilers. All of my social media links are in the description below for you to go check out, and I will see you all in my next video very soon. Bye!